friends, it is Crystal. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are outside and going to get our front porch all cleaned and set up for the rest of spring, but mostly summer at this point. So I haven't really touched our porch since last holiday season, so it's definitely in need of some cleaning as well as some decor added, mostly plants. So I'm just showing you some before looks at our porch. We have a couple of rockers that sat out all year long and just a lot of dirt that has blown up onto our home. So just to get started, I'm going to clear what is left off of our porch, and then we are going to start cleaning things up. Cleaning to me is like my least favorite part, but it's also satisfying in itself. It's all worth it in the end, but it's definitely a process. So I decided before I was going to spray down the porch, I better clean up this little landscaping area that is in front of it before it got all soaked. So just cleaning out a lot of the dead sticks and greenery, the dried up parts of the perennial that just needed to go. I didn't clean it up in the fall just because it's a new landscaping, so I just wanted it to be protected during the cold winter months. I'm actually not going to be power washing. I'm just using a good old-fashioned hose and like a little handheld sprayer to clean everything down. It's really just dusty. It needed to be rinsed away. So this pretty much did the trick. We actually need to invest at some point into a new power washer, but we have not done that yet. So this works in the meantime. But while I do this, I just wanted to say thank you so much for joining me for today's video. These front porch videos are some of my favorites to share, and I can't quite place it, but I feel like it's just one of those satisfying cleaning projects that we do, and it's so nice to just stand back at the end of the day and see how nice it looks when you actually take the time to clean it and get it all set up. I just love front porches. Now this video will actually be a part 1. I will have a part 2 video coming up. I'll probably make a couple of changes because we are having some new furniture delivered for our back deck makeover that is coming up, and I have a feeling I'm going to switch a couple things around, mainly just with planters and things like that, but I will have that video coming up very soon for you, so definitely make sure you're subscribed if you are not already. So the porch is now all sprayed down, and now I'm going to take some time and actually clean our windows. I always love to use the world's best glass cleaner, which is spray away on all of our windows and mirrors around the house. Now, a lot of the time that I spend on our porch is in the mornings. It's just so nice and peaceful where we live, and the view is just amazing. We love it. So you can kind of see the reflection in the door, but there's a wetland area that can never be developed, so it's just really pretty. So there's lots of nature. As I was cleaning, ducks are flying over quacking. But anyway, so we have that view along with some farmland and bike trails and the golf course. So there's a little bit of activity, but it's still nice and quiet at the same time. It's really nice. And to me, that's really what it's all about. Just being able to sit out on your porch, being peaceful and enjoying your surroundings. Last year, I invested in some brand new rockers for our front porch. Now, these are polywood rockers, and so they are very durable, really nice chairs. Super happy with them. I actually did purchase the cushions to go on top of them also from polywood just to make them a little bit extra comfortable. And we've been loving them. They sat out all year long, which most of you are familiar, but we live in South Dakota, so we have extreme weather changes, specifically in the winter, below zero temperatures, lots of ice and snow, and these still look brand new. So I'm super impressed. Of course, I'll link these down below with anything else that I can from today's video. But now that everything is clean and wiped down, we can start setting it all up. Always like to start off by our front door, and of course we have to have a doormat. So I actually pulled out this rug. I purchased this a few years ago actually from Kirkland's, and I'm going to start with this as my base rug. I love the colors of it. It has basically all the colors that I really want to incorporate into our front porch. The blacks, the beiges. It's just my favorite. And then I'm going to top it off with this same doormat that I bought last year at this time. Of course, it was very special at the time because we were just moving into our home, but it still looks in great shape. So just going to reuse what I already had, but this came from Target. Now, I did make a couple of new purchases for the porch this year, and the first one is in this box. I've actually never done anything like this before, but I was inspired after looking at pictures and wanted to give it a try. So I actually ordered a set of 2 of these little boxwood topiary trees off of Amazon. I had no idea that these really existed, but I mean, you can find anything on Amazon, right? But I really liked these for a couple of reasons. I liked the colors. I liked how fast they were able to get to me, and something like this can be very expensive. These seem to be very affordable at the same time. Overall, I'm super impressed with them, and I know that we will have them for many years to come to display not only on our front porch, but I could also put them in the back of our house as well if I wanted to. Now, the other new purchase that I made for our porch were these concrete, almost cement looking planters. They are resin, but they give you that look that I was going for. We have gray siding on our house, so I thought it would really match the stonework and the siding and just help pull everything together. So in total, I ordered 4 planters, 2 of these tall ones, which I wanted to put one on either side of our door, and then I did get 2 smaller ones that you'll see here in a little bit. But inside, I'm using these old Hobby Lobby planters that I had in our garage to help prop up those topiaries that I just unboxed. I'm also using some packing materials, but what I really like is that I don't have to water these, so I'm not getting any water leaking by our front door, and it actually looks really good. I don't know, it gives that almost grand feeling when you're walking through the front door. There's something about having these on both sides that I just love. Now, to give a little bit of height to our porch, I'm going to put a wreath on our front door. I always have to have a wreath. This wreath hanger is one from Walmart, and I like how it blends in the grid lines of our door so you cannot even see the wreath hanger. Love that. But the wreath I'm going to be using is, again, the same one that I've had for many years. It came from Magnolia, and it still looks brand new. I don't believe these are still available, but I will do my best to see if I can't find something similar that I can link down below for you. You'll have to let me know, though, what your front porch style is. I know there's a lot of different directions one can go with your porch. I like less items on our front porch, more in the back of our house. So I want it to, of course, look like we live here. I want it to be clean and also cozy at the same time. You're going to see lots of the modern farmhouse elements that I still just really love. Lots of greens and blacks, browns, and of course, all the flowers that we will be planting here very soon. Now that I have a lot of my main pieces set up, I'm just going to add some lanterns on either side of the door. I like that they're a little bit more protected from the elements if I put them a little bit closer back. It is a covered porch, but of course it's always windy where we live, so I'm thinking about just keeping them safe and secure, tucked up by the front door. So here's where we're at. I'm loving how it's looking so far, but now it is time to add some planters with some beautiful flowers that I picked up to go on our porch. Now, every year I kind of struggle with what color of flowers should I go with. Well, this year I was inspired by our landscaping. The flowers that have been coming in are just so beautiful, the purples and the pinks. So I definitely wanted added touches of those to our porch to tie it all together. So here's the two smaller gray pots that I purchased. Now, a little bit of a hack. I learned this from a local greenhouse, is to save up some of your styrofoam from packages, and you can actually break it into pieces, stick it in the bottom of your planters so you do not use as much potting soil. It helps save not only money with buying soil, but it also saves your back as well when you try to move them around. They're a lot lighter, and this is something now, my second year doing it. Last year I had no problems with it, so I highly recommend you give something like that a try if you have like taller planters. Now, when it comes to adding flowers to your pots, I am a more is more type person. I like to fill them pretty full if possible. We have a very limited time where we live that we can enjoy outdoor plants and flowers like this, so I like to live life to the fullest and just pack them full. I don't necessarily follow the rules with the thriller and the spiller. I just mainly choose flowers that I really like and that, of course, are like full sun for our porch. Just mixing and matching the colors and filling it as full as possible is how I do things. Now I'm also going to be planting flowers in these two brown pots that I picked up from Walmart. I put them on our front porch for now, but I'm thinking they may end up in the back of our house, so we'll stay tuned. But here's what the labels look like. So I thought, you know what, while I have a mess outside, I might as well just plant these as well. I'll set them on the porch for now, but we'll see where they end up in my next video. I'm still not quite sure at this point. And also, a side note, this styrofoam makes a giant mess. I don't recommend you do it on a windy day like I did. So everything is now planted and looking so good. I'm loving all of the flowers. Cannot wait to see them all grow. Now I need to set them up on the porch. Now last year I bought these black trays to go underneath. They're like drip trays so your planters don't leak all over your porch and cause, you know, the dirty rings and whatnot to your concrete. So I'm going to be reusing them. I used them with black pots last year. They don't look as good with these gray planters, but I'm just using what I have this year, and maybe next year I can look to do a different color. We'll see. To our little table between our rocking chairs, I'm just adding this Walmart planter that we picked up in my last vlog. If you haven't watched it, definitely go back and do that. But I added some flowers in this. I actually wanted to do a plant, but I had an extra flower. I tend to buy more than I need, so I decided to just go this route, and they're so pretty. To the rockers, I initially added pillows. I always put pillows on our rockers, but I just was not loving it. So I do take them off. I'm really not sure if I will add pillows to our rocking chairs. They just get thrown off when we sit there anyway, so I might just not have them. But Charlie had to come out and see what was going on. So we'll see what changes I make here coming up in my next outdoor video that I share with you, and we'll go from there. But I'm super happy with how our front porch is looking so far. I'm just really happy to have it clean and ready to go for the warmer months. The kids are out of school here within the next day or two, which is crazy. And I just looking forward to coming out here in the mornings, drinking some coffee and enjoying the view. I just want to say thank you so much for joining me for today's video. Thumbs up as always if you enjoyed it. Make sure you're subscribed so you can see part 2, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.